you know, and now I'm getting ready to say I like it or I don't like it.
Okay.
I'll think about it, and then I'm probably expecting to maybe
Okay.
leave.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you guys tell me, is that probably where you see the most of?
Is that what?
Is that what you see the most of probably when you meet it?
I usually try to show them more homes.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And you can go that route too.
Mm-hmm.
But you can absolutely go that route. You should go that route. But when you show the person the house first, it's going to be showing the house first, right? And then talking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you first meet them at the house, if they want to see Coulter,
Yeah.
you're not going to try to get them right in the kitchen and say, hey, sit down and talk to me real quick, right?
Well,
about this.
no, you need to establish a little rapport first.
Correct.
Or your
Right.
conversation will go nowhere.
So what I'm trying to recreate is that.
Yeah.
We've seen the house,
Like-
built some rapport.
They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's
Exactly.
huge.
Exactly.
So, okay.
So now we're circling back to the kitchen by the front
Okay.
door there, and maybe I'm looking at a few other things, but now you start doing your thing whenever you feel the time is right.
Okay.
So I'll start with you,
Mm-hmm.
assuming the time is right. And
Okay.
you're just gonna say, go into it, and I'll say, oh, you know, whatever.
Okay.
We'll play with you.
You're going to be Bob.
I'm Bob.
Okay.
Bob at Coulter.
Bob at Coulter. You ready for that?
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Bob, what do you think of this place? Is this, you know, it's always a big shock when you go from looking at a house on the internet to seeing it in person. How does it compare to your expectations?
Yeah, you know, it was really nice actually.
Yeah.
Really nice. I'm just a little worried about this apartment building over here, so I'm not
Sure.
sure what I really want to do with this house. I guess I'm on the fence on it right now.
Sure. We hear that a lot. I've shown this home to several buyers that have some interest in the apartment building. Does come up from time to time. There's some really nice people over there. I've met a whole bunch of them from working the open houses here, and it's not like your normal complex where you've got people transferring in and out every 6 months. The place has a pretty good rate of keeping their clients. Their tenants are, a lot of them are long term.
Okay, so you've done some research on it.
I have. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it just looks a little.
When the client decided to spend money fixing this property up, we did some good research on that. So we
Okay.
talked to several people over there that have been there for 5-6 years.
Oh, wow.
So, and you should see it. It looks kind of weird from the outside. I've been in one of those apartments. It's got a nice little courtyard, and each apartment is in really nice shape. The people that own it take great care of it, and good relationship with the tenants. But
Okay.
anyway, besides that, how's your home search going overall?
You know,
are you enjoying the process?
yeah, you just kind of started, and you know, obviously we're looking on Zillow and Realtor.com, and
Yeah.
they have all kinds of options on there for us to look at. So we're just kind of
Sure.
looking around, but we are serious. We want to buy something. So you've been great, John, and I appreciate you meeting me here at the house to look at it. 'Cause we really want to see this house,
Good deal.
and we're probably just gonna maybe go hit some other open houses and maybe even go see some other homes that we find on Zillow.
Sounds good. Well, listen, I'm enjoying working with you too. It seems like you really know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing. I tell you what, Zillow and Realtor.com, places like that are great sources for information. As realtors, we're really happy that they're there because they do provide a lot of information to people that maybe aren't quite ready to get serious about buying a house yet. It's always been my contention, and the people I work with believe that if you're gonna, once you get to that point where, like you said, we're serious about buying a house, it's time to get off the Zillow and truly a diet and get into the real nuts and bolts of the real estate industry, which I could represent.
So
Okay.
it's not you have something different than Zillow.
The thing about Zillow is that they get, you know where they get all their information? From me, from realtors. It's all secondhand, third-hand information from Zillow and Trulia and Realtor.com. I'm where the rubber meets the road. I've got access to real realtors, real properties, timely information. I get people calling me all the time and saying, hey, I want to see this house, looks great on Zillow. Well, it was sold 3 months ago and nobody ever bothered to update Zillow. Okay? So you understand they get their information. They're kind of like, I don't really have a good business analogy for it, but they're basically working with information that we feed them. And if they don't update it nonstop, which they don't, it becomes old information real quickly. Real estate is a momentary, a real fast-moving business. So if you don't see a house today that you like, you might see one next week that you like, and it might be a different price.
Okay, but if I just go on Zillow and go see some homes and buy one, then do I save some money that way?
Well, the thing is, if you go on Zillow and you go talk to a listing agent, who you're going to reach if you check on one of those boxes, that listing agent has a contract with the sellers to get the most money for the house as quickly as possible. Now, how does that compare to what your goal to be as a buyer?
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to get the best deal, but
they're mutually exclusive.
Okay, I just thought if I could go do that, I could save, 3% or something like that, right?
Well,
I mean,
on the contrary, what you do is you pay more for the house, because that realtor already has a contract with the sellers of the house. So the best way, and this is played out time after time after time, the best way for you to protect yourself in this market is to have a realtor working for you, which I can do for you.
Okay.
In the Kelly Cook team, we've got a team of buyer's agents. We've got an admin team that takes good care of our contracts once we get a contract going. We've got professional realtors. I'm a professional realtor. I am willing to devote some of my time to help you find a house.
Okay.
Would you like that? Would you like some professional help? Because
yeah,
on the other side of the coin, you're going to always be negotiating with a professional. That listing agent is a professional, no doubt. Whether he's good or bad or indifferent, he's working for that client. And his job, maybe he's even a trained negotiator like I am. He's not going to be negotiating on your behalf. I would negotiate on your behalf. Wouldn't you like that?
And that doesn't really cost me any money, right? I mean,
it's paid by the seller. At the end of the day, my work for you costs you nothing.
Okay.
It's paid at closing by the seller.
Because my wife and I had just talked about, I guess, just going around and going and see this house, contacting that agent who has that house that we find online. And, my mother's aunt, told me that's the right thing to do because we could save money.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times you'll meet a realtor and that realtor's got one goal. They want to earn a paycheck. That's their job. They might have a mortgage payment overdue or whatever. They might be under lots of stress to get a paycheck. What are they going to try to do? They're going to sell you the first house you look at. Okay. I work a little bit differently than that. First of all, I got plenty of business. I'm not hungry. I got lots of business because I'm a professional realtor and I work day to day in this operation. Second of all, I'm going to negotiate on your behalf and to get you the best possible deal because that's my only goal. Okay. I only want satisfied customers. The last thing I want to hear from one of the people that bought a home from me is that they're not happy with the house or they feel they paid too much for it. If I were to give you 5 references from my last 200 sales, every one of them would tell you I got a great deal on the house. Every one of them.
Okay.
And that's powerful. And I'd be happy to send you those names.
Yeah, maybe that might be a good idea.
Right. Now, what we do at the Kelly Cook group, we do things a little bit different than some places. We're going to commit a lot of our time to helping you find a home. We're going to put a lot of hours into making sure that you find the right house and that you buy the right house in the right way. Okay. To do that, it's going to take a team of people. It's going to take a great realtor. It's going to take a really good lender. It's going to take incredible title people. It's going to take an inspector. It's going to take an appraiser. This is a whole team of people that you want working for you. If you go out knocking on doors and going to open houses and doing the kind of things that you said you're going to do, that you've heard work, what you're going to get exposed to is a random group of people. It's never going to be a group of people who are trained professionals that know how to work together on your behalf. So what we offer our clients is access to this team.
And you set that all up?
You get access. I've got the best lender, I've got the best title people, the best inspector, the lender will pick the best appraiser. We've got administrative people who are going to work on your behalf, and it all costs you nothing. So, and all we ask in return is that you sign on to work with us. So, and this is a contract that basically, if you and I don't like working together, in other words, if 2 weeks from now, you and your wife decide you don't like working with me anymore, tear it up, okay?
Oh, really?
All we're asking for is a signature and a commitment that says you will work with us. I'll give you some business cards. If you go to open houses that you like, give the realtor my business card, tell them you stopped by. And when you do find a house, give me a chance to work with you. And in the meantime, I'll have this whole team of people working on your behalf behind the scenes free of charge.
Okay.
It's a win-win. It really is. I don't know how you can do better.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I've never had that kind of experience with a realtor. Our experiences in the past have always been just the opposite, not very professional. Just want to, like you said, just kind of close the paycheck. So we've been kind of hesitant to sign with somebody because we want our options kind of open.
Sure.
So that's the only concern. But
one of the reasons we put this program together, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I get passionate about this because we work in this industry and we're excited about what we're offering. We realize that you have choices, okay? And we want to do something a little bit different, okay? I can show you all kinds of ways that we're better, but the most important thing is we're different. We've got a program that is built from the ground up, from you, the buyer's point of view. We're professional buyers representatives, okay?
Okay.
Our office lists homes too. We'd be happy to sell. We've got awesome, same type of process with the listers. But you're buying a house right now, you're not worried about selling one.
Okay.
And the other thing is, I want to repeat this, we can tear this up in the future. If you call me up and you say, I'm not happy with your service, first of all, try to fix it. You know, I'd be surprised, it doesn't happen, but I'd be happy to try to address your problems, you know,
okay.
whatever it is. And if we can't work it out, we tear it up and move on.
Well, I mean, the way you present it's pretty good, John. What does it say? It's a lot of verbiage on there, I see. So
this just basically says, you know, all the things we're gonna do for you. This outlines, and this isn't all the things. This is probably 1/5 of the things we're actually gonna do for you behind the scenes. We're gonna help you find the best financing program.
Okay.
Financing's, like I said, a big part of it. We're gonna direct access to the MLS. You're not gonna have to worry about whether or not what you're looking at from me is current, because it's that day's information. It's
okay.
It's refreshed about
like
every hour. We're gonna arrange for private showings. You'll really like the tours I put together. If you wanna look at 5-6 homes, we can look at them. I'll schedule them with the sellers. I'll know exactly where we're going. I'll know a little bit about any neighborhood we go into if you have questions, and we'll set up private tours, okay?
All right.
We have the strategies and the knowledge about when it's time to buy a house, writing an offer. There's a big difference between just filling out the contract and writing an offer.
I see what you're saying. Okay, this is what you're talking about earlier, the financing, interest rates, okay, all that stuff you guys handle. Okay.
It all comes into it, and I guarantee you that our clients get the best in every category.
Got it.
That's why we put this team together.
Okay.
We're gonna present, when it's time to present an offer and negotiate on your offer, I am a trained negotiator, I'm a skilled negotiator, and I'm fighting only in your best interest.
Okay.
I take a lot of time to learn who I'm negotiating with. I know how to prepare an offer so that it's got little nuances and little hooks in it that the sellers are gonna like. If there's 5 offers on the desk, they're gonna like your offer best.
Okay.
Just because of these little, I don't wanna call them tricks, because they're not tricks. It's just presenting the offer in its best light.
Well, it makes sense. You do it every day. You know, I do my job every day, so I'd probably consider myself pretty good at it, and better than you would be at my job, so it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we're gonna represent you exclusively and only in your best interest. It's called agency. And agency means we literally have a fiduciary relationship, and it costs you nothing. I mean, have you ever had an attorney say he's gonna work for you for free? How about your doctor? Okay, well, I've had as much experience and training as those guys in real estate, and I'm not charging you anything. All I want is your commitment to work with me. And if you don't like me, fire me.
Makes sense.
Ready to sign?
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to meeting your wife.
Absolutely.
I'm sure she's gonna enjoy the whole program as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
I don't wanna forget her because she's a big part of the process.
I definitely want to have her meet you because, you know, like I said, we weren't planning on working with anybody, one in particular person, per se, but.
Well, if you don't mind signing this, I'll get it back to the office. I'll introduce you to our team members so they know that you're working with us. And when I meet your wife next time, if she doesn't like me, we'll tear it up.
All right.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, John, I appreciate it. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to working with you. When do you want to go out next?
I mean, if you have some stuff right now, I'd let me go see that because I was going to grab her at the house if she got done with her hair appointment and go to some open houses. But if
I've got 2 here that are vacant, and vacant properties are easier to show because there's nobody living in them.
Okay.
We can see them this afternoon if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, go pick her up, and I'll meet you here. Here are the 2.
Okay.
Okay, I'll meet you at this one in 45 minutes. Is that enough time to pick her up? And go over there?
Yeah. Well, I'll call her right now. We'll meet you over there.
Super. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.